Oh, they probably didn't come up. Last night? You weren't in my live last night? Oh, golly.
No, I remember grabbing
miss?
a box. I remember like grabbing a box. Like I think it was like a couple nights ago. Talking shit.
It was crazy. No, last night was brutal. It was rough.
Oh yeah, I wasn't in here then.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No, I would have known if Ash was in here. She wasn't in here.
Recap? Oh man, oh Lord. Well, if you've been to read about it, you've seen quite a bit of it. Not the whole thing, but you've seen quite a bit of it.
I haven't even been on there today. But that's the first time.
62% says it's pop. Fuck y'all. Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
It is pop, ma'am.
I'm from the north. You would think I would say that. I used to when I was little, but then I grew up down here. So, okay. So, last night.
Hold on. You've seen Ash's recording from Ash Eats Bottles. You've seen her stuff posted over there? Because Alexis's isn't posted over there.
No,
but
mine's not posted.
Ashes started it because she thought she was going to put her 2 cents in on a situation she has nothing to do with nor knows anything about. And then she started listening to, who was live? Was it Nicole's live?
Nicole's live.
And playing it and talking shit about everybody that was in Nicole's live. So then we returned the energy. Well, we topped the disrespect times 10.
So she was listening to them and said that they were talking about her, but they hadn't been talking about her at all. And then somebody came in the chat and said that I guess she was watching Nicole and the people that were in Nicole's box. And then there was something else brought up about a completely different situation. I got in the box to say something about the situation that had happened earlier. And at that point, somebody said they were talking about how Ash can't keep friends or something like that. And then they said, well, maybe Alexis can say why. She probably knows why Ash can't keep friends. And they were talking about something else. And I said, the only thing I can't speak on anything other than, you know, I gave her $20. I bought her a pillow and I bought her a cup for her birthday. But other than that, I can't speak on anything else other than those things. And she said that I was over in the boxes talking shit with Train about her, which I most definitely was not. So I said, that's fine. I'll go live. I'll hold a whole live and I'll say whatever the fuck I want. And I did. And it was a back and forth game. Well, then I stayed on this account and I went in on my other backup and said, I'm going to go over there. And so, and I was texting her from my phone, texting her saying, I was coming over on my backup and I was going to request a box. I was going to talk to her alone, like nobody else in the boxes, talk to her by myself. And as soon as I got over there, she ended up letting me in a box, but then immediately let people start doing a whole bunch of this, talking shit, then muted me and then booted me and then blocked me. When I went over there to have a decent conversation with her about what the problem was. And it didn't end up like that. And so it ended up being a long drawn out thing and lots of back and forth and just a bunch of bullshit and a whole bunch of threats and a whole bunch of just garbage.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Got somebody in the box that don't have no reason to talk to me because I ain't done nothing to that girl.
I know you guys, I know you guys were like best friends. Like, I don't know what happened between all that. If you don't want to bring it up here, you don't have to, because that's, you know, your business. But I just like found it weird that like I don't see her with you, and then it's even more. So let me just tell you something. I never did shit to her, right? And I accidentally slipped in her live. And I was immediately blocked. I never did shit to her. Period. Is it because? And I know it's because I said with Nicole and Savage, but you know, I honestly, I don't give a shit. You could block me all you fucking want, but just know I never did shit to her. I never talked shit about her. She was in a live with Jen Babe talking shit with Shoe Paul, and sorry guys. So sorry. And both Shoe Paul and Jen Babe were talking shit on me, and Ash was like, oh yeah, like that bitch, shut up, because I never did shit to you, so why are you talking shit about me?
Well, it's funny you say that because last night she decided that she was going to say that all anybody does on our side is get in the box and body shame and talk shit and do this and degrade people and blah, blah. But I do recall that when you were welcome over here, you sat in the box and did the same shit.
Facts. And that's the problem. Oh, well, I'll never do that. And I'll never talk body shame, but you're doing it. You're doing exactly what you said you weren't going to do, right? But like I said in Trozel's live just now, well, not just now, but when Nicole was in the live, I literally said, you guys want to sit here and body shame people and, say a lot of fucked up shit. But when the energy is matched, don't come complaining. But also, when you want to sit there and talk shit, right, and body shame people, make sure you look like a Victoria's Secret runway model, okay?
Yeah.
She don't body shame. She called me a fat ass.
Make sure you got those wings walking down the runway.
So there are people that have asked, and I did go. I've tried to be careful with what I say about what happened because, like I said last night, we all know I've had fallings out with several people on this app, and every time I've handled it very, very poorly. So when I took my break, I tried to be better and make sure that if I did have a falling out with somebody, that I at least, handled it a little more tactfully. So, and I've been asked several times what happened. And I have said, I really want to talk about it. It didn't work out, whatever. But I finally did say, there were several things. It wasn't just one thing that happened that caused me to be done. It was, I felt like one thing for me, I felt like I couldn't be friends or be close friends with anybody else. I'm not good at and I'm not saying she is, but I'm just saying in general, if you're a needy friend, it ain't going to work out with us because I'm busy as hell. I got that kid, I got Babe, I got my mama, I got so many people that depend on me all in a day. I don't have time and I just don't want to. I don't want to be the person that has to tend to a needy friend. I can't handle that kind of friendship. I just can't. I need to be able to do what I want to do and text you. If I don't text you for 2 or 3 days or a week, we can still pick up where we left off. That's the kind of friend that I am. And I could admit that. Now, if you need me, absolutely, I will be there. I will do everything I can to be there. But I just can't handle those kinds of friendships. I got to be free. I got to be able to spread my little wings and do what I got to do. And I'll get back to you when I can. So that was something that I felt like I couldn't be friends really with anybody else. I couldn't have more than one best friend. And then I felt like I remember every time we would go live or whatever, and this came to me last night, but I didn't say anything about it. Every time, after Babe and I separated, whenever, we called off our engagement, we called off our wedding. That's a known fact. Miss Debbie acting like that isn't known. Debbie, it's been known. Everybody knew about it since, March.
It was a very known thing.
Oh shit, did I not let her in? Okay, I don't know what I did. It was very known. Everybody knew that we called off our engagement and that we called off our wedding. And that was fine. But thank you for getting that. But anytime I said, hey, I'm going to go, I won't be on for this day or whatever. I'm going to go to Babe's or, Babe's coming, whatever. I don't know why you're allowing him in your life or why you're going to see, she could never just be happy for the fact that I was him and I were trying to work things out. You know what I mean? That was an issue for me because if you're truly my best friend.
Pause for a second. I have this Birds of a Feather account blocked, so they're probably blocked for a reason. If you might want to get that out of here.
I don't even know who that is. So many people follow me and I have no idea who they are. I need to get better about paying attention. Sorry about
Me too. Keep going.
So like that bothered me because even if you don't like what happened between Babe and I, it's okay I'm an adult. I'm allowed to make my own decisions on who I want to spend my life with. You know what I mean? So that was something that bothered me. Then, the whole asking me for money thing kind of shocked me because I had just bought her a $70. What in the world? What am I looking at?
Bent back paper clips.
She's done.
It was when she was sunbathing on her cruise, but
I just realized that was an arm. I thought I was trying to figure out where the butt crack was.
Oh my God, stop it. Because
I was confused.
what the fuck?
You're fired.
I saw the same thing. We're both done. We're grounded.
Everybody's fired. So did Birth of a Feather get back in here?
I don't think so. I think it's the
glitch. It's the glitch. The TikTok glitch.
I let her out. Miss Katie, I let her out.
Oh Lord. Set her free. So it was, that who I want to spend my life with and how we decide to handle our relationship is my choice, is our choice as a couple. And we took some time apart, put her back in. We took time apart, did our own thing. And then, we were still trying to figure it out here and there. And, we would see each other, spend time together. He would see Jackson. And then we made an actual decision, I think in June, if I remember correctly, that we were going to be done. And I was okay with that. That was okay. I wanted him to figure out what he needed to do for him. If he needed to heal, let him heal, whatever. Oh my goodness. And so I was, whatever. Cause my thought process was if it's meant to be, we will get back together. And so I just prayed on it. I prayed on it a lot. And then earlier in August, he reached out to me and he was just like, he apologized for everything. And he told me that he knew I was the person he was supposed to be with for the rest of his life. So here we are. And, just to use that in an argument last night, that threw me for a loop. And I was not a fan of, I already had a feeling that there were some behind the scenes conversations taking place based off of things that were being said to me or how I needed to apologize to somebody or how I needed to do this or whatever. And I was just like, that's so random. And I don't know. I just started getting a really weird vibe. I'd already been questioning some stuff prior to all this. And so I just slowly started backing away. I most definitely did. Exactly, Randy. I wasn't really answering text messages. I was really Jackson, please turn that down. I was focusing on spending time with my child and focusing on my family. My mom really needed me and I was trying to work and I just kind of, kept to myself. And I kept getting these messages talking about how I can tell something's off and like calling me out and stuff. But I just didn't want to fight that battle. And I just figured if anything, it'll just kind of fizzle its way out. And that seemed to be okay until, a few weeks ago when a whole live was held and she didn't say my name, but I knew she was talking about me. You could tell by what she was saying. And then, some other stuff that's been said where she's been in other people's boxes. And last night was just the icing on the cake. And that just that set everything off. Last night set everything off for me. And I feel like I have done a very good job of being respectful and not speaking really on what happened. But last night, everything was, I was done. And I said what I said. And I didn't care if anybody got upset. It didn't matter to me at all.
And your feelings are valid. I flipped out a couple days ago in my live because, my feelings were hurt. But I'm over it now. I mean, it's not really that serious anymore because I just don't care. But it's like, you know, when people are going through personal things and like we need a break, I understand that. Everybody could use a break now and then, but to sit there and have a live and literally not mention your name, but give you like subliminals to where you know it's about you is just wrong. Like you could have went to her, right? You could have went to Uhlexis and you could have been like, hey, what's going on? Like, is there a way like we can have a conversation and work it out? But unfortunately, people don't do that. And
I will give her credit. I will give her credit. She did try that a couple of times, but it was more of calling me out like, why aren't you talking to me? I know I've seen you live or I've seen you around. And then one day I went live. It was early in the morning. I was doing my hair and I was live for like 30 minutes and then I ended my live and she texted me and said, hey, how's your day? And then the next day was, or a couple days later, whatever it was, when she said, I know I've seen you around. So she had been watching my live from the outside. And I'm just like, by that point, by the time that she was saying, you know, hey, you know, what's wrong with you? This, that, and the third, I had already pulled myself away and I just decided I was just going to let it kind of go. I was just going to let it go. But what happened last night absolutely did not have to happen. One, that was a blatant lie saying that I was sitting in a box with Train talking shit about her. I most definitely did not do that. I did talk shit after that. I absolutely did. I've never body shamed her or anything like that, but you let somebody sit in your box that has shown, you're talking about everybody else showing your mugshots. Well, the person that was in your box last night showed your mugshots to Pastor Petty. Are you kidding me right now? What the hell?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and if I'm going to get, exactly, Miss Katie, if I'm going to get accused, I might as well do it. But I've never body shamed her, ever. Never, ever. I've body shamed other people, but I've never body shamed her.
What's weird
and to say that I'm snorting lines of, you know what? I've never done drugs a day in my life.
What's not weird to me is how people will sit there and be, oh, fuck, I didn't get the streamer out. What's weird to me is how people will sit there and talk shit, right? They'll talk hella fucking shit about somebody. And then turn around, once they have a falling out with somebody who was talking shit on them, turn around and go befriend them. Example, Shoepaw talked hella shit about Ash Poppins, right? Hella shit. And now, what is she doing? She's sitting there, with her. After she talked hella shit.
I ain't had no issues with her either until recently. And I'm just like, look, if you don't want to be friends with somebody, you don't have to be. You don't have to be friends with people. There's nothing that said, there's no rules in this app, in the community guidelines and all that crap, community standards that says you have to be friends with every single person you come in contact with on this app. You most definitely do not have to do that. And if you do become friends with somebody and you decide that you don't want to be friends anymore, okay, Randy, you have the right to go somewhere else and not talk to them. That's the whole point of having, you make people be your friend. That's why we have cell phones. You can text or call. That don't mean I'm going to answer. I don't have to. I don't have to answer if I don't want to. You don't pay my cell phone bill.
But